Well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting patiently. I'm eagerly waiting. I'm waiting. Don't worry. I have time. Well, not really. Kinda in a hurry. I'll let you in on what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the Treasury Department, to release its findings. You know, the findings that state that, well, everybody but a handful of people are doing well. Everybody but a handful of people are, well, you know, living lavishly. You know, I'm waiting for that report by the Treasury Department. I think it's forthcoming. I think it should be coming in March. And when we get it, oh wow, you know, they're sending us $1,400 in addition to the good report. You can't make this up. Such a good time. It's going to be like the Roaring '20s all over again. Come on now. Who are you lying to? Me or yourself? Or have you just abandoned lies and you're now, well, kind of in la la land, where you believe that you can flip yourself upside down and still be standing upside right? You know, these kind of magic tricks, these kind of shirks, these kind of irks, these kind of ego trips, they're not good. They're not healthy. They don't last long. You know, I'm waiting on the Treasury Department to give me my $1,400. I'm going to do some way out things. I'm going to do some woo things. I'm going to, like, go to town and, like, you know, I already decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy some more food. I'm going to buy some stuff for my kids. I'm going to, well, got to pay the rent. You know, there's no money left over to pay the rent. The $1,400 is rent. Maybe I can get a little food, but that's about it. I'm going to have to wait for 6 months again for them to argue before they give me another stimulus. Because by then, well, I'm not going to have any food, and a lot more of my relatives and family members will have passed away due to COVID-19, which we all know is code word for, well, virus. Anyway, I'm waiting on the Treasury Department to give me my $1,400 check. Should be coming any moment now. Oh wait, they're giving me word. What's that, Charlie on the Wally? What are you saying? Oh boy, bad news. Charlie on the Wally just told me, well, wait for it, kids. There's a currency war. Now, if I ever people's out, what do you mean a currency war? There's no such thing as a currency war. Charlie on the Wally let me in on something. Charlie on the Wally said that the United States dollar is directly under attack. And we've been responding, but it's been tit for tat. And I said, Charlie on the Wally, how's it going out there in the war? What's the casualty rate like? Charlie on the Wally said, well, the dollar has sustained some severe blows, but it's holding steady. And I said, Charlie on the Wally, what's the chances that the dollar, like, maybe transcends and does something like spectacular and like rescues itself? Charlie on the Wally didn't say anything back. I said, Charlie on the Wally, what's happening out there? No response from Charlie on the Wally. So I'm thinking it's the Wally. I'm thinking the Wally is gone. I turn it off and I turn it back on. Well, the Wally is still working. And I'm like, Charlie on the Wally, can you hear me? No Charlie on the Wally. So I'm like, I open up my blinds, and that's when I see it. I'm like, it's all over. There's like buildings burning everywhere. There's like people running out of the streets. There's like gunshots. It's all over. And I say, Charlie on the Wally, what's happening out there? The currency war. It's It's a mess. Nobody wants to relinquish. Everybody just wants domination. And they want domination at all costs. And you know, I'm not fine with that. Because there's going to be a lot of casualties. A lot of needless casualties of this war. This currency war. So I propose something that's like beneficial as we're arbitrating the reset. I propose that, well, when you reset the whole thing, that you reset it at an even playing field for everybody. You give everybody, well, you let everybody start at the starting line. The same starting line. Not one side gets this starting line and the other side gets that starting line. No, you get the same starting line. And may the best innovator, creator, entertainer, and whatever else in terms of exploration there is. There's a lot of like synonyms for it. I can't think of all of them. I'm now, but I'm old. May the best win. It's called like brain power. It's called like human ingenuity. And you know what? There's no rule against collaboration. There's no rule against, hey, I get a breakthrough over here and I share that information over here and we both win together. We both evolve as a species, as a creature. And we evolve to work together and do things in a more collaborative way so we can have better and better things for the whole entire species. You know, that kind of thing. We could do that instead of having the currency war. But they're choosing to do the currency war. So there's going to be a lot of casualties. Let me tell you something. I told you, I'm going to get involved in a lot of these battles. I'm going to get involved in a lot of unconventional type ways. Because it's time to get involved. There's going to be no more time left. Look here. A currency war will have severe casualties. There'll be millions of people that are wiped out. Millions of people will die in a currency war. And that's what these sick fuckers want. These sick fuckers are getting us geared up for a currency war. Because they don't know how to come to a consensus. You know, I'm getting ready. I'm getting geared up. I'm getting fired up. And I'm almost ready to go. I'm almost ready to go. And you know what? When I get ready to go, I go. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I just keep going and going and going and going. Now, you can take some counsel. You can listen to some good advice. Maybe find some good humor in it. You know, humor is the best medicine. It's the best remedy for sadness, for depression, for anger, for sorrow and grief. Humor. Wouldn't you know? You know, a lot of truth is in this. A lot of truth that you'll overlook, that you'll glean over, that you'll say, it's nonsense. It came from a purple people's owl. Why should we listen? Well, you never do, so I don't expect you to this time either. Anyway, currency war, it wipes out millions. You can't go for that. You can't have it. And the planet can't take it. You know, there's certain things that you just don't do. There's certain goals that you just don't try to make. And because of greed, because of pride, and because of ego, well, man is at it again. And not in his best of nature. No, this is worst behavior. Worst behavior. Behavior that's reminiscent of a cave instinct. A prehistoric animal. A savage. And this won't go. It won't last. It won't hold up. We'll fight. And we'll fight to the bitter end. Because we're not going to go for it. Let me tell you something. A currency war. Nobody wants to see a currency war. So cut it out. You fuckers solve it. You come to a consensus. I don't care what it is. I don't care how you come to a consensus. If you can't come to a consensus, well, all of us, all the owls, we'll see you. We'll see you. Now let me tell you something. You've never seen so many birds gather in one place. It's scary. You ever see that old movie Birds, where they started attacking people? I'm telling you, birds can do some crazy things. Some locusts can do some crazy things. You know, some weird bugs. They can start doing some stuff. They can start biting people. People can be dropping dead because their bug starts biting them. You know, and you can have some mutations and weird stuff happen to you after you take that like vaccine and bugs start biting you and you turn into zombies. You think I'm playing? I'm not playing. You solve this shit. You broke it. You fix it.